Good morning, everyone, from down under in Australia, in Brisbane, Queensland. I hope everyone's doing well today. While we're waiting for some people to arrive, if you wouldn't mind putting in the comments where you are located, that would be really cool to see which countries are represented here today. And I know there'll be some from America, some from the UK, and of course some from Australia in particular. But just do that while we're waiting for everyone to come in. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Victoria Jennings. I share my insights into my 20 plus years of experience in running my own businesses, and that's what I do. I now share with other entrepreneurs some tips, tools and techniques, strategies that may assist you in your journey. So that's Entrepreneurs Business School. That's what Entrepreneurs Business School is all about. And today I'm here specifically to talk about the dangers of putting all of your eggs in one basket. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I mean that we have one business only, and it makes our revenue, and we rely on it totally to make that revenue. And if anything goes wrong, like any external threat happens that we hadn't anticipated, then we can be out of business overnight. So it's very important to look at how you can create other income streams. And particularly, COVID taught us a very, very good lesson about having all your eggs in one basket, because a lot of businesses actually went to the wall during the COVID pandemic, and that was very sad. And a lot of them will never get back into business again. Your business cannot operate for a couple of months without any income, and depending on the industry you were in, a lot of businesses were completely shut down. Other businesses were able to pivot and continue to operate, but be it operate a little differently, but they were able to pivot and they were able to stay in the game. So the whole idea of running your business is to make sure you will stay in the game, and nothing is going to come from left of field that will actually wipe you out. So really I'm talking about leverage today, how you leverage your own business with additional income streams, so that you're making sure you will be secure no matter what might happen. Because if something happens to, even like if something happened to Facebook and you're not able to come onto Facebook anymore, well, I've got other platforms, I'm sure you do too, and there could be Instagram, there could be YouTube, could be TikTok. There's a whole range of other ways that you can still get out to people if one of them should shut down. All right, LinkedIn is another one. So you've got to have options. No matter what you're doing in your business, you must have options, so that if anything were to happen, because we're not in control of any of those platforms. They're not ours. It's not our website. At least we have some control of our own website, right? We have total control of our email list. So that's why it's so important to be developing your email list while you're working with people, whether that be on social media or whether that be business to business, bricks and mortar business. Your email list is everything. It's gold, because no one can take that away from you. So you'll always be able to contact your customers and clients. And it doesn't matter if Facebook shuts down, doesn't matter if something happens to YouTube, doesn't, you know what I mean? So you will get around it. So this is what I'm talking about today. How can we, as business owners, be risk adverse by creating multiple streams of income? Okay. I'm coming up to retirement, as some of you may know. So I'm actually in the process now of letting go of my primary business in the next couple of years. That is selling it. So selling it in the next couple of years. And so I still want to have a decent income coming in. So at the moment I am creating other businesses that I will be able to run myself. I want something that doesn't need staff, apart from virtual assistants, right? That I can do part-time and have a decent income and still keep my brain, active and give myself interest, because I don't think I could ever just, well, I did. I went and sat on the beach for a couple of years and it was lovely for a couple of years, but after that I got really bored and wanted to come back into the business. Okay, so I know I need some additional activities in my life because I'm not ready to just sit on the beach yet. Okay, so that's what today's about. We're going to talk about not having everything focused and invested in one income stream. It's really a dangerous thing to do. So that whether that income stream is a job or it's a business, as I said, or a product or an offer that you might have, you need other sources as well. And if you're in a job, I encourage everybody to do something online part-time. Start something part-time to get yourselves out of a job, but never leave your job until you've replaced the income on a regular basis, and you know that you're going to be okay. You don't leave the job until that point. And I'm a big believer in, as you know, I've said this many times before, in everyone having 3 months of operational costs behind you at all times, because it takes about 12 weeks to pivot no matter what happens. And these external threats that happen, like COVID, for example, like we can't even tell that they're going to happen. We can't put it in our business plan because we don't know what we don't know. And so the easiest way to make sure nothing happens to us is to make sure we've got additional income streams, extra income streams. So we diversify our business. The other wonderful opportunity of diversifying your business is if the businesses are related to each other, then you can leverage, you can leverage the businesses off each other as well. So I'll give you an example. So for example, IPS Institute is a trade and business school and offers qualifications in business and the trades areas. And we have some online qualifications for the business area in particular. Now, I also work with entrepreneurs and I provide a roadmap for entrepreneurs to follow, which is not covered in any courses that I'm aware of at uni or in college. So what I love to do is to offer the roadmap in Entrepreneurs Business School, and then I can leverage a qualification in entrepreneurship from IPS Institute as well, or I can package it together and make it an even more brilliant product to offer. So that's what I mean by leveraging your businesses off each other. Likewise, in IPS Institute, I can offer the students who are doing the qualification in entrepreneurship, I can offer them the roadmap, the roadmap program, the roadmap course from Entrepreneurs Business School to them as an add value as well, or again, package them together through IPS Institute as a packaged offer. So it can be a really great way to leverage your two businesses off each other. Entrepreneurs Business School is creating an email list and IPS Institute is creating an email list. So then you've got two email lists to tap into and they will be different people. They're not the same people because they're both doing different offers. They're doing different things, which gives you an ascension pathway when you utilise that strategy, okay, for both businesses. So the risk of sole dependency is obvious. If anything goes wrong, you are in trouble. You're in trouble. Now, if you've got 12 weeks operational costs behind you, you're not in as much trouble as the business who's operating month to month. All right, you've got a little bit of time up your sleeve to look at other things and other things that you can put in place to do. So as I said, a lot of businesses went to the wall during the pandemic, which wasn't really great. The reason was it wasn't foreseen. It wasn't something that they could plan. But likewise, things can happen in the industry that can take you out. Things can happen in shifts in the marketplace that can take you out. Things can happen in legislation that can take you out. And my business, IPS Institute, that's a big threat to my business, to that business, is legislation. Because depending on the government of the day, they can just change the legislation, and they might want to put all the money behind the private provider and not have, put all the money, behind the public provider and not have any more private providers in the marketplace. And they could do that with legislation overnight, and IPS Institute would be gone. So I don't think they ever would. But I mean, these are the threats that are out there to our business. And if I've got another business that I can just focus all my attention on the other business, then it doesn't really matter. So what are the types of multiple income streams that we can get involved with? Well, we can get involved with things, for example, we can invest. All right, so you might invest in property or shares or Bitcoin or gold or silver, like commodities. So there's a whole lot of way that you can make income from different strategies like that. You can do that, and I'd suggest everyone do that when you're able to. You can invest in other businesses. That's something that I like to do. I like to invest in not just my businesses that I have, but also in other businesses. So there's a business in Silicon Valley that I invested in 3.5 years ago, and I haven't had a huge return on it yet, but I believe that I will be. It's a medical business. It's totally different to what I do. It's nothing like what I do. I've been coaching their senior management team as well. And so it was just something that I thought would be very interesting and so different to what I've been doing all my life. I just wanted to change, and that's why I got involved in that. You can do that too. You can find people who've got really great business ideas and get behind them with some investment money. And then you reap the rewards from that. You get shares in the company. You might loan them money and get interest. Like, there's a whole lot of various ways you can invest in other businesses. And the best thing that I see, the easiest thing that's happening right now are the digital products, digital courses, anything that may be online. And that's particularly wonderful in pandemics because you can still operate your business. And even if one of the social media outlets that I talked about before kicked you off, blocked you, did whatever, closed your account, you've still got other options and other ways of making an income. You can get into other areas. For example, Facebook now, I guess the biggest threat to them at the moment would be Skool, SKOOL. It's a community that is going great guns and does everything and more that Facebook does. So there's an opportunity. So, but as long as you've got your email list, you can get everyone, send out a message and tell them you're now transferring everyone over to that different platform. That's why it's so important to make sure you've got that email list, right? So you can do that. You can let them know, and you don't lose anything. All right. So a bit of time, because you're going to take time to build it up. But that's all. You're going to still be in business. So that's the sorts of external threats that can occur. And as a business owner, you need to be aware of, and you need to put strategies in place to make sure you're going to weather those changes, whatever those changes might be, that you will not be taken out of the game. We want to, whatever happens, we want to be in the game of business always. Okay. So I've mentioned some of the multiple income streams that we've had. I mentioned how I leverage my businesses off each other, IPS Institute and Entrepreneurs Business School. But then I've also got the investment in the Silicon Valley medical business. And I've also got a fantastic done for me social media course that's called Legacy Builder, and it's been great. I'm used to having a whole lot of trainers work for me. So I've got a lot of qualifications that I offer an IPS Institute. I don't deliver all of those qualifications myself. I have experts who come in and they deliver and assess those programs on behalf of the institute, on behalf of the college. Okay, so I'm used to working with other people and their programs. So this Done For You social media course, number one, is a wonderful social media course about how you build your business through organic marketing on social media, on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube, and all the other various things. It has all the step-by-step processes involved in all of that and what that looks like. I actually bought the program not to run a business initially. I bought the program to learn more about organic marketing on social media. And it certainly delivered that outcome for me. And I was more than happy to pay the price. It's under $1,000, which is crazy to invest in a business. All right, that's a very inexpensive way to get a business. So especially Done For You, like it's all done. You just follow the steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and you're done. So I was very interested in that from the learning point of view, but I was so impressed with it from the learning point of view, and it also has a community on school, all done for you as well, right? And this person who is the expert in this field, she has a marketing background. Michelle, she runs the program. She does all of the courses online, and there's so many. It's so rich in value, and she runs the community, and she runs a live every week to help people get their head around, where they're at and how to do this business. And this business actually also has 4 different products, so it has 4 income streams in itself, which is awesome. And they start at $100 to get in and up to $900 to get in for all 4. So if you buy one at $100, you're only getting that one. If you buy the $100 one and the $300 one, you're getting 2. You with me? If you buy the $600 one, then you're getting the $600 one, the $300 one, and the $100 one. And if you buy the $900 one, you get all of them. It's great. It's just fantastic. So I was so impressed, and I loved it so much that I decided that would be one of my side businesses as well, which it is. So if you want any information about that, just send me a message in this group here, and I'll be happy to send you a link so you can watch a video all about it, because it is a really simple way to have another income stream. So in this day and age, like, there are so many things. You can just have digital products if you like. You can just do a business plan, for example, and you can sell that on Facebook for $37 or $47 or whatever, and you can make income that way. There's a whole range of things that you can do. You can make calendars, you can make all sorts of stuff. Just go into Canva and you'll see all the things that you're able to make for a digital product. So you could do that as well. But there's lots of, licenses that you can buy to be able to offer something that's online. There's, they call them PLRs and master licenses, and there's all sorts of options, which is why it's so great. There's also, you can actually promote other people's products. You can create income from doing that if you don't want to do your own. And all you need to do is put a link on your website and do some marketing around that. So it's really easy today. It's the easiest time today to make sure you've got more than one income stream. And yes, you'll have to put some time in it to set it up. Absolutely, no matter what you're doing. But once it's all set up, particularly for online products and courses, once it's set up, then you're not having to spend a lot of time. It becomes a part-time commitment once the initial setup's done. Okay, so the reason why I love the online space is because it's so flexible, and you can add more and more and more to what you offer. So you could end up with, and some people do, they have like about 10 products that they offer digitally. They have 10 income streams. Some people, that's all they do. That's their business, is to find new opportunities and to, get them out there, put them out there. And as I said before, if whatever you offer is complementary to the business you currently have, then that's the best way to do it, because you're going to have another way of leveraging your business and what you currently do now, and you'll have a way to leverage the new business with your current business and what you do now. And I guess that is the icing on the cake, if you can do that, if you can leverage your businesses against each other. That's very, very powerful. You could write up an ebook, a really good ebook, and you can sell them. You can buy ebooks to sell, like it already done for you. You can utilize ChatGPT and help you create a lot of this stuff. Canva can help you create it too. You can get a virtual assistant to help you create it. I mean, there's lots of things. Stay in your genius zone. We've talked about the profiling tool. I don't want anyone to try and take this on board if it's not your expertise area. If it's not your natural talent and strength, then you need to get somebody in to help you with it. Doesn't mean you have to pay for it. You could actually barter your services with someone who can help you and you can help them. So don't always need cash to do these things either. So think outside the square. Identify whatever your personal expertise or niche is. That's the best way to be involved in these other multiple streams of income. Make sure you do have a knowledge around it. Make sure you do understand it before you embark on it. And you can create your first digital product or course yourself. You can create a course on Teachable or Kajabi or Gumroad. There's so many different platforms that you can use to create your own course. You can do Zooms, and have a couple of people in the room if you like. You can do bootstrapping with that. You can have people that pay less of a price to be in your beta group. So when you do this, you usually have a beta group because it's the first time you run the program or the first time you run the course. So you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. You want to make sure you've got everything in there that you need to have in there. You get feedback from your participants and they get rewarded because they're giving you feedback. You give them a reward that it doesn't cost as much as it would if they were coming in the next round when it was all completed and ready to go, right? Doesn't mean it's not completed. You've still planned everything out, but you're running it for the first time. Okay, and you might want to tweak some things, you might want to add some things, etc. So that's another way you can do it, of course, and create another income stream. And the long-term benefits of having multiple streams of income is the fact that you have financial security. That's what you're developing. That's what you want to have. You want to have flexibility as well. So you want to make sure that if you do have a bricks and mortar, that you don't always have to turn up, show up. You don't always have to have people in front of you in a room. In my case, for example, with the Institute, that you actually can put things online, that you're going to actually, and the big benefit of this is once it's all set up, once it's running and you're getting it out there through organic marketing or paid ads, doesn't matter, you can do both, then you've got something that starts making money 24/7. You've got something that doesn't need you to show up. You've got something that you can sell while you're asleep and you wake up and you look at how much money came in the morning. That's a fantastic thing, all right? And again, I'm going to stress, you need to put initial work into setting these things up. There's no such thing as completely passive. It doesn't exist. You have to have some input, and maybe a lot of input up front in the beginning, and then maybe less, like 2 hours a day or something after that. But you will always need to have some input into it, okay? Even if it's checking your bank account, I mean, there's things that you have to do. If you're using Stripe, you've got to swipe it out of your account, like make sure it comes out, all those things. So there's always things to do. So the real benefit of having multiple streams in your business and additional businesses, however you want to do it, is it actually cushions you against anything that might happen, any challenges that you currently can't see in your business that might occur later. It's going to help cushion so that you won't have no income. We never want people to have no income. That's not a good situation to be in. So that's what this is all about. It's making sure you're always going to have an income. It's making sure you're always going to benefit from that income. And so that's it. I just thought I would introduce you to the principles of making sure you don't have all your eggs in one basket, because it is a really dangerous way to operate your business. And if you wanted to, I'll just do this quickly. And I'll just show you a little bit. If you can see on the screen there, this is this program that I have, and I just want to show you all of the modules that are in there. Like, it's amazing. It just goes on and on and on, and this is all done for you. This is what you get access to. Okay, this is what you get to sell. All of this. How long would this take for me to create? I'd hate to think. And then there's a community as well. That's all done for you. It's all in your branding. It's all in your on your domain and everything. But they've given you everything. And then there's pages there. See, there's lots of more pages to go. They give you everything you need. Everything you need. And this and other products like this too. But this is the best one I've ever seen. They give you everything you need to set up that additional income stream. All done for you. You just have to answer a few things, edit a few things, but they give you all of the step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, exactly what you have to do, the technical stuff. Then you've got support in the community for any technical questions you might have, for any sales questions you might have, like whatever. It's all there. And this doesn't need any, this particular one doesn't need you to have any conversations with people either. You don't have to do the conversation bit, which a lot of people like, right? Because all of the information is in the email sequence that you're given that supports the program. And that's all done for you too. And you can add emails in there if you want to, but it's set up with 12, which is great. And like I said, it would take, I'd hate to think how many months and months and months it would take to create all of that. And they're adding to it all of the time as well, which is also brilliant. So I just thought I'd share that with you. If you would like any information about that particular additional income stream that I'm using, which is Legacy Builder, then please in the comments below just put DFY, done for you, course, and I'll make sure we get that information to you so that you can have a watch of the video and learn what it's all about, what the opportunity is. Because I'm a big believer in that we all share the journey together and we all help each other out where we can. All right, so that's all I have. Are there any questions, any final questions before I go? If you're watching the replay, please also put your questions in. I'll have a look at them and answer them after the when it's been posted and you're watching the replay. That's all fine. Happy to do that. And I look forward to seeing, tell me what additional income streams you have right now. Put that in the comments too. I'd love to know what additional income streams you've got. And that might help everyone else too with brainstorming about what they could actually put in there too. All right, everyone, I thank you very much for coming along today and supporting Entrepreneurs Business School. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. And have a great day. Bye, everyone.